Hi, everyone. I'm starting 1 minute early today. Hello, Joe. Hello, Susanna. It's good to see both of you. Hope you can hear me. The mic is a little bit away from me today, but we're trying. David's not going to join us today. He got hold of something yesterday that upset his stomach pretty bad, and he was up all night being sick. So I told him just to stay in bed and relax, and we'd do it okay today without him. So I hope you guys don't mind, but he does need his rest, so I'm letting him go. Susanna, it's good to see you. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Um, Today's subject is near and dear to my heart, and that is basically any channel that has been on YouTube that is trying to grow um, needs to have a way to connect with other YouTubers. Basically, when I started my first channel, I went to live streams constantly all day long. You had a bad start this morning. You got bumped in the head, changing. Oh, that hurt so bad. I changed mine last night, so I didn't do that. But I'm sorry. I hope your head feels better. Anyway, I went to live streams like anytime I could find one, and I copied a lot of channel names and addresses and put them up in my little box and went and subscribed and watched a video, because it doesn't really do a lot of good to subscribe if you don't watch at least one video. They don't get credit for it, I'm told. So I would watch at least one video, leave a comment, and then go to the next one. And I kept a list of those that I had subscribed to. And my channel, within the first 6 months that I was building that channel, grew from 0 to 1,000 in 6 months, which I'm told is pretty unusual. Now, this chat, I'm not doing quite the same thing because I'm looking for more than just subscribers. This time I'm trying to build, let me move my drink out of the way so it's not quite so obvious. This time I'm trying to build a family, someone that we're close to, and that's what you guys are. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that you share those. Hopefully, if things go well and Mom stays well, Dad stays well, David stays well, I'll be able to start doing videos again. Thought I had one for this coming week, did it all, and there was something wrong with the camera, and it just did not turn out. So I'm sorry that one didn't work. But we've got the camera working well again now. And so, hello, Terry. It's good to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you joined us. So anyway, what I thought I would do when we get a group of folks here is I have a list of some of the channels that I enjoyed most and that I found were good content. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. And what I thought I would do is give everybody a chance both to see the list that I have one at a time, and also to put up channel names that you have. And if you have a channel that you would like for us to check out, if you put the channel name, not the URL, but the channel name, I'll go into another window and get that channel, get the URL and bring it back, and we can post it here. And then if you guys want to go and subscribe or at least learn about each of these channels, I think it'd be a great way to grow those channels, help broaden your knowledge of what's out there, and maybe even help me grow a little. So that's what I'm going to do. Hutch Homestead. I will start off with that one. Thank you, Joe. Let me copy it and run over to my next thing. I'll be right back. This will be just a minute here and a minute there while I'm doing it. So okay. Now let's see if I can get this back to you guys so you can check them out too. There we go. Now, there's Hutch Homestead. If you want to make a list, you can copy paste them, and then when this is all over, we can go and check them out and maybe get some new folks. Okay, Frogfoot Holler. Thank you, Terry. Hang on, guys. I'll go do that one real quick. Oops. Excuse me. Okay, here's Frogfoot Holler. Tomorrow Day Farms. Okay, that's a good one. This is going to keep me running. Is this terribly boring for you guys, for me to just keep doing this? I mean, I don't even know if I disappear on the screen when I'm doing it and y'all see what I'm typing. If it'd be easier, I can just make a list, and then next time we get together, I can put the list out for everyone. It's whatever you guys want to do. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, David is staying in bed today. He's not feeling real well. He got hold of something yesterday that upset his stomach pretty bad. It's good. You see me. Okay, great. Hello, Broussard Homestead. How are you? Okay, let's go over here.
And in case you didn't know, I do have two channels. I have the Praxis 55712 channel, and that would be me. Yes, there are two channels, so if you get a second, would you please?
We're getting things going crazy here. Let's see. Now, go back there and get Praxis. And there's Praxis for you. Okay, now let's see. Oh, it's no problem, Broussard. No problem at all. I don't mind. Let's see, morning. Okay, let me run get a couple of mine now that I've got y'all's on there. Now, this one I know you'll know. This is my all-time favorite channel, even above my own. Hi, Amy. You got a beautiful devotional in the mail yesterday and some seeds. You started the devotional this morning and love it. Oh, Amy, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you like it. I saw that, and that was the first thing I thought of. And then I remembered that you and I had talked about wanting a new devotional. And I saw that the same day, and I said, that's perfect. So I'm glad you got it, and I'm glad you got the seeds. Which reminds me, Susanna, I know you're here. Did you get your seeds yet? Okay, there was one. Now let me go get another one. This is Garden for Cheap. This is a great channel. They have wonderful ideas on how to garden without spending tons and tons of money and getting a really, really good harvest. You're welcome, Amy. I'm really glad you like it. This is one that's just plain fun. Okay, thank you, Suzanne. It's coming. Hopefully it'll be here soon. I did mail it. They said it would be 3 to 5 days minimum, and I mailed it a week ago tomorrow. So it should be there soon. I hope anyway. Now that I see we've got Brett and Amy here. How about the rest of you guys? Do you have any special people that you would like to get out there, names and places? Oh, thank you. We want to try and share this. If I had the smarts to run one of the other platforms, I would get one of those where you could have multiple people on or switch from one thing to the other, and then we could all go together and visit those people if they were online. I love the way North Shore does. He shares the love, and you get, oh, there we go. There's North Shore. Thank you, Amy. He does so much fun when he does that. He comes on and they go and look and find people that are doing live and then have a run on it. So let's see. You were gifted seeds from M.I. Gardner, who's located in Michigan, so no seed can make it across the border. Well, I'm hoping this one will too. Hi, Shadow. Good to see you. I don't know why the other ones didn't, Suzanne. I really don't, but this one came separately, so I'm hoping. And I even had to fill out a little customs thing, which I didn't have to do with the other one. So I'm hoping it'll get through. Thanks, Joe. I think he'll be doing better. I really do. Let's see. Here's a new one. Just started up. It's what I call adult channel. It's not that it has risque things. It's just that the opinions discussed on there sometimes are not really family friendly. So there we are. Hello, Joshua Franklin. It's good to see you. Ah! I beat you to it, Brett. Now here's somebody I haven't seen in a long time, but I really loved his channel when it was going and when I saw him on a regular basis. I checked it out, and it did come up when I checked the link this morning, so hopefully you guys can try it out. He's a super, super fella. I really enjoy him, and he has a great little daughter. So picture the contents of the envelope with the recipient's address. Okay, I'll try that one. If I don't think I'm going to have trouble. I think this one's going to get through. At least I pray it will. But if it doesn't, you let me know, and we'll try that, because I do have a copy of the form they made me fill out, and I also have a receipt that shows when I mailed it, how much I paid, and a tracking number. So if I need to, I can also find that tracking number. Yeah, well, Brett, I just didn't know you were going to do it, or I would have let you do it. I'm trying to share a bunch of the links of folks that through the years I have really enjoyed, that I know are still going, still, doing videos. So Four Blessings Farm is a great channel, and the people are wonderful. It's just, they're entertaining, and I'm a ninja moderator. Well, even when I'm moderating my own, huh? I try not to moderate my own. It's more fun to visit with you guys and talk, and especially when David's here with me. But thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. I really love it. I feel like I need to send you money for all this cake. No, Susanna, don't worry about it. If it gets to you, that's the important part. Joshua, he ate something yesterday that really upset his tummy, and he was up being sick most of the night, so he's sleeping in today. Thank you, Amy. I didn't have that one. I'm going to add that to the bottom of my list here. Here we go. Rough start this morning. Oh, yeah, you said you hit yourself on the head, and I'm sorry. You were seeing double? Boy, that really was a hit on the head. Four Blessings Farm are great people. Ed and Jen helped plan the Bayou Bash. Yes, I've been told they're really, really wonderful. You guys have told me that. I've seen them on your channel a lot. I don't really have a personal relationship with them yet. But now that I'm building mine, and like I told everybody earlier, I'm not trying to just get people on the channel. I'm taking a slower route to building my channel, but I'm hoping it will be a stronger and more enduring route. Thank you, Amy. I needed Wendy on there too. So I'm trying to just develop relationships with the people before I just blot them out there. Oh, Wide Family is an excellent one too. Thought about hitting it back, but self-defense doesn't apply to objects. You're right, Joe. Hitting them back didn't do anything but hurt you again, because then you'd hurt your hand as well. Oh, thank you, Amy. I had big dreams in there to come in a little while, but that saved me the trouble. Thank you very much. I have trouble setting some of the clocks. My nightstand clock, I still can't figure out how to set it. It usually just runs an hour off during daylight savings time because I can't seem to get it to set properly. And even David has tried it, and sometimes he gets it, sometimes it just won't work. So I finally given up. I'm probably just going to dump that clock because it doesn't work right, and I can't hear the alarm when it goes off anyway, so it's pointless to have it. So, okay, let's see. Green Thumb Prepper. Ah, cool. That's a new one to me. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to be following some of these and checking them out too. That's one thing I do. When I go to someone else's live, whoops, I hit the wrong button there. When I go to someone else's live channel, I keep a list. I do most of this stuff copy paste. I'll highlight it, do a Control-C for copy, and go over to a Word document and do Control-V to paste it, and then go back to the chat. And that way I can keep making copies of things that I want, channels I want to check out, new channels I've never seen, or information that I think is interesting and I want to go and do some research on. I just copy it and go into that Word document. Then when the live stream is over that I'm watching, if I'm not running off to another live stream, I will sit there and go back through those and copy the channel name and go to another window and look up the channel and research it and see what I think of it. And if it's something I think I might be interested in, I go ahead and subscribe. Tim Turner, it's wonderful to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a while. Amy, you said that one is for Wide Family Farm. You had one for them. Ron Lincoln Green. Okay. Let me put that one in. I keep hitting them wrong, and they go to the channel instead of going on to my Word document. Time to stay at one time only. Gets harder for folks to reach the clocks. Yeah, I agree. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me either that we go to daylight savings time in the summer when it's already bright and shiny anyway. They told us daylight savings time was supposed to give the kids more time, more daylight. Well, that doesn't make sense. Maybe I just don't understand it. I don't know. But changing times never make sense to me. The sun doesn't change. That's what I go by. That's what nature goes by. So doesn't make any sense to change. Mr. Turner, how have you been? I have not seen you or your lovely wife in forever. I want to know how you guys are doing. And how is Abby? That's another Abby. Sorry about that. I get dry sitting here talking all on my own. Amy, they need to leave the time alone. I agree, Amy. I don't like changing. I almost would consider moving to Arizona just so I didn't have to change the times, but there are some things there I don't want to deal with, so I'll stay in Texas, and if I move anywhere, I'll go to Louisiana. Excuse me. You were told that it gives the farmers more light in the evening to do the farming. Well, they're going to do the farming whether the clock says it's 7 or 8. That doesn't make sense to me either. Oh, well. I hate time change. It's asking an hour to give it back and says days and say days. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm not catching what you're trying to say there. On the positive side of the time change, it does give us something to gripe about. You're right, Susanna. It does give us something to rouse about. That's very good. It's just a relic, but I get it. Okay. Susanna has a wonderful sense of humor, and she says things all the time that just cracks me up. Lisa Clark says, wish they would do away with one or the other. These time changes are too much. You know, I run into people all the time that say that maybe if we started griping to our senators and our congressmen, maybe something would get done about it. I mean, I don't know who suggested it in the first place, but it was a bad idea, and most of us hate it. So, good question, Amy. Yes, I have. I have tomatoes in. I have potatoes in. I have all kinds of herbs in. What else do I have out there? I've got lettuce going. Oh, my peach trees. Both peach trees made it through the freeze. You finally got a grow light and started more seeds. Very good. Oh my goodness, Susanna, 2 feet of snow. I had that for 5 days, and that's all I want. That's enough for me for a lifetime. Snow is wonderful to look at on a postcard or on a movie, but I don't want to deal with it. I'm sorry. I'm a Southern girl, and I just don't like dealing with cold. And I even got a taste of shoveling it because I had to go out and shovel some off the side yard and the walkways because we didn't have water, and I had to melt snow so we would have water for various uses around the house. Yeah, I'm really thrilled that the peach trees made it. I'm waiting to see if some of the other things did. My elderberries did beautifully. They're just greening out very nicely. They're not getting very tall, but they're still growing, and that little branch that broke off is still in the water, and it still is green, and the leaves are still standing up, so I guess it's okay. Oh, Lisa, if you do it with a small shovel and you take your time, it's not that bad. I didn't get too much trouble doing it. It came through all right. Joe, you're not a fan of snow either, and you live up north? Well, honey, you need to move south then. Of course, if you live up north, you probably couldn't deal very well with the heat because it does get hot. And in some places, it gets hot and humid. The one in water should begin to root. I'm hoping so. I investigate it every day to see if it's doing all right. And I put an extremely weak solution of Miracle-Gro in the water so that it would get some food as well. When those elderberries decide to grow, they'll get 6 feet in no time. Well, actually, Brett, I have to get them in soil instead of a pot before they're going to do that kind of growth. But I have to figure out where I can put them because we don't have any place that's moist here. I have to physically water everything. So I'm thinking about putting some kind of a irrigation system, maybe a drip system in. And if I do that, then I'll just put them wherever I want them and let them drip, and that'll keep them happy. See, Tim says they're doing okay. Stacy's busy working. Abby's busy with school. You're just trying to look pretty. Well, Tim, you always do a good job of looking good when you sit there. So it's a good thing that you do a good job of it because you do a lot of it. Amy says, God put me in the South because I'm not made for the cold. Me either. Thank you for asking, Susanna. I got a call from his housemate yesterday while I was with my mom. It seems that my brother-in-law got tired of being in the hospital, so he just got up, put his clothes on, and left, which was against medical advice, but there was nothing they could do about it because he was leaving. Unfortunately, when he got home, the first thing he did was go to the refrigerator and get his housemate's beer out and drink one. So I'm not sure if that hospital stay did him any good at all, but thank you for asking, and please, everyone, continue praying for him. Lisa Clark says she loves the weather in El Paso and she doesn't miss the high humidity. Yeah, I wouldn't either. And how cold was it, Susanna? Susanna says when she visited a friend in Houston, he made her wear a winter jacket when she walked his dog. Well, you know, Susanna, when I first moved to Omaha, and I lived there for 18 months, I moved in the late summer, well, actually early fall. It was just at the beginning of September. And they were having an Indian summer, and I thought it was wonderful. I never got cold, and the first cold front that came through really didn't get cold either. So I was going out in shorts and t-shirts, and they started wearing sweatsuits and jackets and stuff, and I looked at them like they were crazy. And my friends there in Omaha thought I was crazy because it was down in the 40s and I was still in shorts and a t-shirt. But back then I wore my winter coat on the inside instead of the outside, and I didn't get cold very easily. So I'm sure I probably looked a little crazy, not like a tourist, but just crazy. So, oh well, that's the way it goes. By the way, our prayer list, I want to start getting that going today early so that I get everyone, because last week I didn't get it gone in time and I didn't have very many. So if you guys have prayers requests that you would like to put out there, please do so. And if you are making a list from this, please do add my brother-in-law to that list. His name is Ron. God knows which Ron it is. So I do have some good news, though. I went to check on my mom and take her grocery shopping yesterday. And she said she didn't need to go grocery shopping, but she did need to go over to this new beauty salon to make an appointment to get her hair permed. So I said, well, sure, let's go over. I'll drive you over there. And we went over. Hello, Julie. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Anyway, we took her over to the new beauty salon, and they took her in almost immediately. It was noon when we got there, and they had an appointment open at 2. So I took her up the street, and we had a lovely lunch. And then we went back and she got her hair cut and permed, and the young lady that did it, I say young lady, the woman is 72 and she's still doing hair. But she did such a beautiful job on my mom's hair. Probably the best haircut my mom's had in 20 years. It just looked wonderful, and the perm looked good, and oh, I was so thrilled. She felt so much better now that she looks better. So let's see, Julie says, finally get the chat to come up. So frustrating. Don't know what I did wrong today. Crazy. Well, Julie, I'm glad you figured it out and you're here now finally, because we love having you. Amy says, today I started seeds that I got from a few friends, Albany Mountain Homestead, Michigan Daffodil, and Don Goff. Oh, very good. Yeah, Joe, I am blessed. I truly am. My mom is exactly 20 years older than I am. And my stepdad is 2 weeks younger than she is. So they're both 91 and I'm 71. And it's so wonderful. Mom and I have been extremely close all of my life. And to reach 71 and still have your parents with you and still have a good relationship and have them healthy and me be healthy, it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's like having a lifelong best friend. So I thank you for that. And yeah, there are a lot of folks that don't have that. Never enough time. Hello, welcome. It's good to see you. David does not have either of his parents. He was a late in life child for his parents, and unfortunately, his mom passed away. Now, she lived into her 90s, so I can't complain too much about that. But still, it was he was very close to her, but when she died, he was just devastated for a long, long while. And I understand, but we were not together at that time. And I've always said I wish that I could have met his parents, his mom in particular, because he says such wonderful things about her. Never enough time. I just put your link up there, guys. There's her link, so y'all can check it out too. Lisa, my biological dad died, oh gosh, it's been 20 years ago now, and I was very close to him too. But my stepdad is a very, very wonderful man, and he loves and adores and treasures my mom. And for that alone, I would love him. But he also has been extremely good to all four of us, myself and my three sisters. So, Amy, do you want to just go ahead and do that? And I'll quit doing it and just copy it down for my own use. That'd be okay with me too. Anyway, my biological dad was a wonderful dad. He was great to grow up. He was sweet and loving and supportive and all of that, but he was not a very good provider. My stepdad, he's a wonderful provider. He was, I forget what, he retired from the military, retired from the Army at a very high rank, although I don't remember what rank it was. And he has a very nice retirement pay. He has a lovely home, or they have a lovely home that he built back in the 50s. That's okay, never enough time. We love having it out there. Well, I'm pretty quick on those things, Susanna. Anyway, he's not as openly affectionate as my biological dad was. So I've had to get used to a different way of dealing with the dad figure in my life. But he is every bit as loving and as kind and as generous, just in a different way. And so I can say that I have been very blessed to have a mom for all of my life that I've been close to. And now I've had two dads that I'm very close to as well. Amy, thank you for heirloom permaculture. I have been trying to find that for quite a while. There we go. Hate the ninja moderator. Actually, guys, all of you could do it. It's really not hard to moderate the way I do it, because all I do is copy paste things into a Word document. And then when I find something that I want to put in the chat, I go over and copy it out of the Word document and paste it in. So it's very easy to do. You guys give me way more credit than I should have, because it's not. I'm not really all that special. I'm just glad I can do things that help you guys out. I really am, and I'm glad you're all my friends and family, because it sure makes being around here wonderful. See, I'm very blessed to have a great stepdad. Mine was violent maniac. Oh, goodness gracious! I am so sorry, Julie. Yes, I was very, very blessed in my stepdad. He, like I said, he's a very different kind of person, but oh, he's such a love, and I'm so glad the Lord blessed us with him. Joe said, I'd love to do a podcast at some point, but the time management is the main thing. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Tim, I will definitely do that. I should be doing that as well, but I just do it the other way. I like to do them by hand. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is transfer them into my calendar so that I have them to pray for the whole week. So every morning when I get up and look at my calendar, I can pray for the people that came out of the prayer requests for each Sunday. So, oh, I didn't see the prepared question. Thank you very much, Brett. There we go. Yes, Tim, you now are on the list, and we definitely will pray for you. Has anyone heard how Howie of Food Forest Permaculture is doing? I understand that he was diagnosed with cancer sometime last year, and I'm not sure. I've only seen him a couple of times, and then in a very busy chat, and I couldn't really visit with him, so I will do so. Amy, how about the tooth problems that you and Brett were having? I know Brett was supposed to have his pulled. I never did hear whether he got it pulled or not, and if so, did he do okay with it? And was yours going to be pulled? And yes, I do still have you on the list, so That's definitely, you haven't moved. You've been there for weeks now, so. Okay, anyway, back to food forest permaculture. Please, if anybody knows anything about how Howie's doing, please let me know. Let's see. Joe Morgan said, my dad used to beat the crap out of me when I was a kid until I got bigger than him. But some of that's just part of growing up. I don't think he wanted to hurt me. Probably not, Joe. My parents used to spank us. They didn't really beat us, but they did spank us. So it's important. You're a double amputee. Oh, Brett, you're so silly. He had teeth pulled. Howie was in the hospital again this past week. Prayers for him. Yes, I definitely have him on the list, and we'll transfer him to this week as well. Thank you, Susanna. I've been kind of worried about him. He's been on my mind a lot, and I've been praying for him just out of the blue whenever he came to mind. I don't know what's going on, but Amy, I don't know when you sent the text. Right now, my phone's charging, so I can't tell you whether I got it or not. Wait a minute. Maybe I can. It's charging right here on the table. Maybe I can get it up and see. Celtic there, hello, hello. Very good. It's good to see you. Nope, I didn't get anything about his tooth, Amy. I'm sorry. Now that tooth will only hurt you if it's thrown at you. Well, hopefully the dentist threw it away. You didn't save it, did you? Lisa Cart, chronic illnesses are working overtime. Definitely will, Lisa. Thank you. I've been thinking about doing a prayer request book where I keep all of the requests and put them by date. And then if I hear of an answer to that prayer, I can go in and date when I heard the answer and let people know. So I'm not sure I'll do that. I've heard other people that do it. Let's see. Amy, it's hard for me to get it if you send it to Susan. It just doesn't work very well that way. She has not shared her email with me yet. Probably won't either. You're still waiting on a disability. Oh, Lisa, I am so sorry. It takes forever. You know, I've got to tell you, there's another thing I was blessed with. I found an attorney in the San Antonio area that does nothing but disability. And he's got, the head attorney is the one that took my case, but he has like 7 or 8 other attorneys and a boatload of paralegals that all work for him, and all they do is disability claims. And it took about 3 weeks, but when I went to him, it took about 3 weeks now. I had been trying to get disability on my own for almost a year and a half. But the 3 weeks after I went to him, I not only had the disability approved and the amount set, but they went back to when I first applied and paid me for all that missing time. So if you have not done it, you might want to consider getting an attorney who does that. It really helped us a lot. We got quite a nice lump sum that helped get some things done around the house that we were not sure how we were going to be able to do. So Celtic, David is in bed. He got hold of something yesterday that did not do well with his stomach, and he was up all night being sick. So when I woke him up to see if he wanted to try and be on the live stream today, he still was not feeling well. So I just said, look, honey, stay in bed. They'll understand. You don't need to worry about him, and you need the rest. So just stay in bed. So he did. Yeah, we don't know what it is because we ate the same stuff. The only thing I'm thinking is I know that sometimes my stomach will be upset for no reason at all, and I think he did the same thing. Let's see. Susanna says, Howie said that it was rough going in the hospital on his live stream, and he won't be doing that again. Well, I didn't even know he was doing live streams anymore. I've looked him up online several times and haven't found anything on him. So I'll have to go look some more because I've really been worried about him. Let's see, Joe says, we have our legal stuff in order. When loss of life happens, have a folder with the stuff in it. Yeah, Joe, not only am I trying to get that all together, but I'm also trying to keep a copy of the medications list and allergies and things like that, laminated or at least in a plastic sleeve in the car, too. Because if we're ever out somewhere and have an accident or have a problem, I've got the list of meds and stuff like that. And on the back side of that, I put a list of all of our doctors with their doctor's name and address and phone number. And if they have a nurse that's in charge of certain things, I'll put that on there too. I never know when I'm going to need something like that. So I'm trying to keep that as well too. But the end of life idea is good. My best girlfriend has one of those, and she also has put not a true will, but her list of instructions for end of life is what she calls it. So, all right, now, Amy says, my list is determined to not come up through the gums. It hurts for a few days and then quits for a while. I'll plan to make a dentist appointment soon. Good, Amy. That is not fun. Having a tooth just under the surface is not fun at all, especially if you have not gotten the one that was there before out. I had that problem, so a real problem. Let's see. Julie says, yes, an attorney helped with my disability. It was denied the first time, and he got it done the second time. Well, if he got it done, how come you haven't gotten it yet, hon? Maybe he needs to start making some calls for you again. Joe says, doctor, print those off. Print off what, Joe? The list of allergies or medicines, or I'm not sure what you're getting at. And then Susanna says, get Brett to slice your gums. That'll make, ow, that makes me hurt to think of it. But Tim, you were so young. I mean, I know you have muscular dystrophy, and I know it can be very debilitating, but you were pretty young when you went on there. Amy says she's not going to let Brett near her with a knife. Oh, okay, Julie. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were still waiting for it. Oh, meds list. Yeah, except that I keep one because I have several doctors and they keep changing things. So when I go to the doctor for one doctor, I have the whole list of all the meds and all the doctors and who prescribed what and what the strength is and how to take them and all that in one place. And I can just hand them that, and I don't have to. A lot of my doctors say, bring all your pills with you. Well, I'm not going to carry a saddlebag full of pills with them. I just give them the list and they know what it is. And that way I don't have to worry about people being confused or not knowing what I'm taking. So Celtic says, my allergies are affecting me today. Tree pollen. Oh, Celtic, I'm sorry. I hate allergies. I don't have any airborne allergies, but I have food allergies, and that's not fun. Lisa says, currently I'm in appeal reconsideration. Getting an attorney is the next thing. If I get denied, it makes me sick, but I have to fight for what I work for. Yeah, Lisa, it makes me sick too, or angry is what it makes me, not sick. It just makes me angry because we're supposed to be entitled to these things. We worked our life. We put into the system for all those years. And when it comes time that we need help, I just realized my glasses are really getting that lamp. Maybe I ought to turn it off. Anyway, when it comes time to collect what we've worked for, we get a hassle about it. Hang on, let me do that. There. Well, you can't see me as well, but I think that's a little easier for you guys. Okay, Amy says you can use Google Docs to make a list of medical information, and then you can access it from your phone if needed. Yeah, I know you can, but after having Google get my account hacked and not getting any help from them, I'll carry a paper copy. Thank you. See, Tim, you was just a youngster at 35. I was 59 and took almost 2 years. But that part was, the good part of it was because I just wouldn't get off my butt and go get an attorney. So I'd worked for too many attorneys. So Julie said, what district? Oh, yeah. My best girlfriend's daughter also has MD. Celtic Bear, I got my disability in 92. Yeah. Google isn't to be trusted. I agree, Joe. I was not pleased at all with the responses I got when my account got hacked. And they, not only would they not help me, they wouldn't even answer the phone when I called. I had to go through my daughter, who has a commercial account with them, in order to get anybody to even tell me, no, we won't help you. So I was not happy. You get hassled because there are so many entitled fakes and cheaters. Yes, I know, Julie. That is the truth. There are people who out there that are just trying to give the system a ride, and that's not right, but they're out there, and we just have to learn to fight it. And so Amy says, oh, yeah, you can print a copy, too. Yeah, I keep mine on my computer, and I keep a copy on my backup drive, which is a separate hard drive. And then I keep a copy in my medical book, which is a big 3-ring notebook with multiple dividers. And I keep a copy in the car. So with all of those places, I could usually find a copy when I need one. When I went through my cancer bout, my second one in 2009 and 2010, I learned to keep copies of everything, and I got to the point where I had to buy a briefcase to carry my copies of everything with me, because every time I went to a new doctor, they wanted all the information. So I would just have them copy it out of my book. Let's see. Celtic says, lost my glasses. Almost everything is blurred later. Celtic, I hope you find your glasses. If not, I hope you find a place to get new ones that won't cost you an arm and a leg. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And I hope your allergies feel better too. I'm going to put you on there for allergies on my prayer list. Mary Jo Morgan, I made backup account and update if they deleted my account before. Well, I didn't do that for 2 reasons. First of all, it never occurred to me that I would not be able to get help if something happened to my account. I've been with Google from the time Google started Googling, I think. And it just never occurred to me that they wouldn't be out there to help. And I'm not certain that a lot of the lack of help isn't because of the COVID problem and not a lot of people working. I mean, this happened last December, which was at the peak of COVID. Here, at least here in this city, it was the peak of COVID. So it didn't occur to me that I could lose it. And then it didn't occur to me that I couldn't get help from Google to get it fixed up. Sorry about that. Birds are awake and they're getting a little antsy. They want to come out. I was really glad my daughter had the commercial account so she could call and actually talk to someone. And the lady did try and help because my daughter had the commercial account. But even at that, they could not, because it had been hacked, they could not figure out what happened. And because I didn't have a commercial account, she could not go and spend a lot of time working on my account. So, yeah, Amy, you heard the grandbird. That was Karib screaming because he wants out, and I'm not letting any of them out yet. So, by the way, we've started a new thing with the grandbirds. Every night when I'm cleaning their cage bottoms, we keep multiple layers of newspaper on the bottom of their cages because birds, as you all know, make big messes. And so I keep the bottom of their cages lined with newspaper, and at the end of every night when I'm getting ready to put them to bed, I take the soiled paper out and put fresh layers down. Well, David has not been able to spend much time with his birds since he doesn't, it's very difficult for him to get in the room where the birds are, and his skin has gotten so fragile that if they walk around on his arm, sometimes it tears his skin and he bleeds. I mean, just walking on his arm. So he had not been spending much time with them for a while. And I decided about 2 months ago that when I put them to bed at night, when I start on one of their cages, I will take that bird in and put him on David's knee or on the side of the chair or whatever. And David gets to spend time with the birds and the birds get to see him. I'll get that cage cleaned. I'll get the next one, switch out birds, put the one in the clean cage and close the door, and then change the next one. And the birds have really, really reacted very positively to that. Karib and Bravo have been with him. Well, Karib's been with him almost 20 years. I mean, Karib's been with him a long time. And Bravo's been with him maybe 3 or 4 years less than that. So those two guys, David is their human. And when he doesn't spend time with them, it really affects how they act and how they respond to the world. So I take them over there. And can I use the bird myth in my combo? Yes, I can, Amy. It's an awful lot of newspaper, which means it's an awful lot of brown. But I do use some of it. I don't do it all. Some of it, unfortunately, goes into the landfill, but newspaper does break down pretty quickly, so I don't feel too bad about that. But anyway, the guys are really starting to get happy again. They're getting in a better mood. It's just been a really good experience for the guys to see David every day again and spend some time. And, you know, he gives them a lot of affection that they were used to. When he was living alone before he and I got married, he would come home from work every day and open the cages and spend several hours with the birds. You know, they'd be in the kitchen with him when he was cooking his dinner, and they'd sit on the table beside him when he was eating. And quite often he would... they would share his dinner. They would come over to his plate and take the food off of his plate. So he was very close to them, and they got very close to him, and they missed him terribly when he wasn't able to do that anymore. So he's now able to do it, and the birds are really doing so much better. And of course, Gandhi is my baby, and he spends his time with me. And since I've been going a lot, taking care of Mom, even he has been missing the attention he's used to. So when I come home from Mom's, I open the cages and let them all out, and I take Gandhi on my shoulder, and he does laundry with me and cooks with me and does dishes with me and whatever else I have to do. He walks along this shoulder, and consequently every shirt I have has bird poop stains until it goes into the laundry. I wish that I could figure out a way to potty train him, but from what I'm told, birds are not trainable that way. It's just the way it is. So, oh well. Well, we still got 9 people here, and it's been on almost an hour. You guys are wonderful to hang in like that. Let me see if we got everybody on there. Oh, let's see. There are a couple more I'd like to share with you. Let's see, where did it go? There we are. This channel that I'm going to share is one of the best channels I know for helping other people. That's Two Family Homestead. I don't know how many of you know Two Family, but they are a wonderful couple. They are so helpful to the whole community. And you ought to check them out if you don't know them, because they're great folks. See, Julie Nelson says, I'm almost 68 years young, and about 2 years ago, my skin became thinner than onion skin. I could hardly push up on something and poof, get the Band-Aids. Yep. There's something about older skin that becomes very delicate. Mine is more so than it ever was before, but I'm not nearly as bad as David is. They walk around on me all the time. It doesn't puncture my skin at all. Sometimes it hurts. And sometimes it does get sharp when their claws need to be trimmed, but it's not too bad. And I don't usually bleed. Speaking of the birds and that sort of thing, we are going to have our house fumigated Wednesday. And the birds are going to get to go to the vet for 3 days. And it should be an interesting experience. Gandy's never been overnighted to the vet. So let's see. Yes, Julie, thank you. Needy Homestead, definitely. Have you heard whether Heather is home from the hospital yet? I know that with all the pins and things in her legs, they were going to give her a lot of physical therapy, and I didn't know if they're going to let her stay in the hospital for that or not, and how her kids would do if she did stay there. Never Enough Time says, I'm still here putting together my garden binder. This year I decided to put the pages in sheet protectors so the pages don't get wet and so. Never Enough Time, I do that with my cookbooks. When I do new recipes, either ones I make up or ones I copy from somewhere, I keep them in page binders. Amy says we started separating some society garlic, oregano, garlic chives, and comfrey so we can share it. Yay, I'm glad. Oh, thank you, Amy. Well, for those who would like to join over and go see Howie, let me go find his link again. I'll tell you what, Amy, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love for you to put that up there for us so that we can go and check him out. It says he's doing a camera test. Oh, good. Well, maybe he is. Maybe we all ought to drop in and tell him we love him and go see him for a few minutes. Amy, if you'll put that link up there, I'd really appreciate it because I just looked on mine. I couldn't see it just real quick browsing through. Not yet. Let me see if I can find it again. Ah, there it is. Let's go and see him and see what's going on. Give him a hello. I'm going to put that in a different tab so we can be both at the same time. Let's go see what Howie's got going on. That link did not get me there. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do it this way. There we go. There we go.
Still here. Cool. Never Enough Time. We are coming over from Kate's Kitchen. Oh, nice. Oh, I just missed Kate's Kitchen, hey? Oh, that's too bad. I was just in the church service there, so...
Let's share the love with him and let him know.
I hope Kate shows up.
Howie's channel is Food Forest Permaculture.
Oh, hey, Kate's here. Awesome. I have a new camera. Kate. And there you are. Oh, Amy Broussard. Hello. And as moderator. Oh, my. Lot better picture. Nice. Hey, Diamond Willow 2. I just sent you your moringa seed. I put it in the mail yesterday. So I put in about 20 in there. You only asked for 3 or 4, but I put in a bunch. Yeah. From Kate's Kitchen, yeah. I'm feeling okay, Amy Broussard. I feel like a pincushion at times. Early this morning, I had APEC put into me and a CAT scan of my complete body. Hey, it's a raid from Kate's Kitchen. Howie, this is a love raid from Kate's Kitchen. Hey, this is the second time I've ever been raided. Thank you kindly, Kate. And I have a new camera. So I did the church service. 6 o'clock this morning, I was at the hospital getting a CAT scan, a full body scan of my problem. And so I find out on 17th all the deal. It's like, So I thought, well, I may as well shave too for the camera. Plus, I had to wear the mask at the hospital, you know. So I did that. I'm glad they're still trying to help you out with everything. Hopefully, they can help with that. Well, I hope so too. Well, thanks, Kate. Joe Morgan can relate with a bunch of medical stuff, but nothing like that. Yeah. I didn't know if they were going to. Oh, Ruth Kwan, greetings from Central Minnesota. Here from Kate's Kitchen. Yeah, well, Kate's Kitchen is a pretty cool channel. And thank you kindly, Ruth Kwan, for being here, and thank you everybody for being here. Hit the thumbs up if you can. And I find out on the 17th about everything that's going to happen, and I'm hoping I don't have to have this massive operation, and because if this worked, what the oncologist or the hematologist has done for me, I'm going to be very happy. Creative redundancy, I'll be very happy to
it's pretty exciting to see how good he looks. We'll hang out there for a few minutes and then we'll head back here.
What they're doing, and then I go for a new treatment on the 17th too. They're going to try to break up the fibrosis and my body will eliminate it, so there's not such a compression on my lower aorta, because my thoracic aorta is looking pretty good, because it's up higher than the massive fiber tumors like stuff. I can get into it forever, but God answered some good prayers this morning, I'll tell you. The fellow that took me through and put the opaque inside my body, so my whole body went really warm. I was like, whoa. And he mapped it up, got a big smile on his face. So I was like, well, that's got to be good. He couldn't tell me anything. He had to send it out to my doctor and the specialist and to the oncologist, the rare disease guy. But I've got to hurry up and wait, right? I could have pulled, I have a piece of paper with me that I could just throw down on the desk and they'd have to send it to me. But no, I'm going to wait. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, right? Yeah. But thank you for the prayers. Never enough time. Hey, that's thyme is so good for you. Like the little needle leaf thyme, it has lithium in it. People that eat thyme are way more mentally stable. Like they're really stable people that eat thyme every day, because it's the only plant that has a lot of lithium in it. There's nothing else. Lithium is mind. I just learned that from an orthomolecular practitioner, one of my best friends. That's what he does. He's a science guy, and he's got a nice lab.
Okay, everybody. I'm back. I know y'all will come back when you can. It was wonderful to see Howie. I really, really am glad to see he's looking much better than the last time I saw him. I'll be putting him on our list because he says this coming week, he should be getting the information on what they're going to do for the mass, and hopefully they can reduce it with medication and not a bunch of surgery. Joe, he is a very nice man. He truly is. He's very loving. He's very respectful. He's been a friend of mine for a long while now. Wasn't it nice to see him, Ruth? I have to thank Susanna for checking him out, because I had been trying to get him for a long time. I lost a lot of people when I lost that other channel, and I had not been able to find him to get the list back up. So now he's back on there. Gray screen in front of the real screen so you can't see what's going on. How to get rid of this. I don't know, Susanna. I'm not a computer person. I wish I were. Well, an encyclopedia of knowledge about plants. Yes, he is, and about permaculture in general. There's just not much of anything Howie doesn't know about that. He makes a huge difference in the lives of the people around him too, because he can help them grow their own food and do it easily. So, well, anyway, folks, I've been on for over an hour. I'd like to go back and spend a little more time with Howie. So I'm going to close it down for now. Thank you all so much. You only found me again after asking. Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you found me, Julie. I really am. So now you found me. I'll see you every Sunday afternoon, I hope. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care and God bless. Stay safe. Pray for each other and share the wealth and the love. Bye, everyone. Thanks for saying. Take care.